Michigan State Senator Mallory McMorrow. Congratulations on the book. It's really exciting. And I think for so many of these people who are wondering, could I do this if it's possible? This is such a guide. So let me start by just asking you, because you're such a powerful example, for people out there who are wondering, can I do this? Should I do this? Is it possible? What do you say to them? And it's in your book, too, but since you're here.
The answer is yes. Overwhelmingly yes. Whether you want to run for office or you're just looking for a way to get involved and make a difference. Part of the reason that I wrote this book was because I talked to thousands of people all across the country who said, this is so overwhelming, and I know I have to do something, but I have no idea where to start. So I started by Googling how to run for office. You mentioned run for something. They were actually my very first endorsement as a millennial who stepped up to run for office. So no matter where you're starting, it's like learning any new skill. Just take one step, and you're going to start going from there and realize just how powerful you are.
And why not you? If not you,
Exactly.
why not? That's the thing. In your book, you talk about this speech you made that I'm going to say made you kind of a national icon. It went massively viral. It really showed you kind of knew how to cut through the BS of Republicans on cultural issues, which a lot of people didn't really know how to navigate at the time. We're now living in a moment where the BS from Republicans is slightly different. It's evolved, shall we say. What does that speech look like now? Like, what is the argument that Democrats should be making about Musk and Doge? What does that sound like in a way that cuts through?
So I think the speech is still resonant today. Yeah. And what is true is that Republicans are just trying the same playbook over and over and over. Throughout history, there has always been a scapegoat. And what they are very good at doing is convincing people that you're not doing as well as you wanted, and it's somebody else's fault, which gives them a complete pass to not prioritize things like bringing housing costs down or fixing the schools in your community or making sure you have what you need to succeed. So this is an opportunity for Democrats to cut through that attack. But we also have to very clearly lay out a future that people see themselves in as an antidote to what Donald Trump and Elon Musk are doing, which is just burning everything down.
Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. I mean, people need to have something else to believe in, too, right? It can't just be all burn things down. You've criticized Democratic leadership for doing too much time behind the podiums in the Capitol. I agree with this criticism, and not organizing more locally. We're seeing more of that. It seems a lot of it's organic. What do you want it to look like? What do you think it should look like?
It has to look like we treat people not like a number, whether it's a voter or a donor, but that Michiganders and Americans are part of our team, that we need them to push back against this administration and against this attempt to slash and burn our way through our institutions in a way that is authentic and genuine. Ben Rhodes had a really good piece about this in the New York Times a couple of weeks ago, where he said the MAGA movement is so successful because it needs people, not the other way around. We are having so many people show up at our town halls in Michigan who are asking not just what I'm going to do about it, but what they can do. Who can they call? How do they contact a member of Congress? What do they say when they do it? Are letters more successful? Should they show up in person? People are raising their hand and saying, put me in, coach. And if we are just doing the same thing as a party that we've always done, which is frankly kind of talk at people instead of meet them and bring them on board, then we're going to lose this moment.
You have a big decision to make. Maybe you've made the decision. Feel free to make the news on this show, Mallory, about running for U.S. Senate in Michigan. Seems like it could be coming up soon in April. It sounds, or could be. We'll see what you decide. If you decide to run, what case are you making to the people of Michigan on why you'd be the choice?
We need new leadership. In this moment, we have a Democratic Party that does not feel like it is prepared to meet this moment. This is no longer the Republican Party. And to be very clear, I represent Mitt Romney's hometown. That time is long gone. This is the MAGA party. This is Trump's party. And we need Democratic leadership who understand that, who know how to fight, who believe that there is a future worth fighting for, and are going to lay out that clear vision. You know, I'm a member of the millennial generation. By and large, we did worse than our parents. Can't afford to buy a house, can't afford to start a family, are not living the life that we were promised, even if we did everything right. Democrats have to put that vision forward, and there is a big decision to make, but that's what I'm thinking about as we think about the rest of the state of Michigan.
Well, we'll all be staying tuned. April is coming up on Tuesday, everyone. Mallory, we will see. Congratulations on your book.
Thanks,
we'll
Jen.
look forward to seeing and learning more about what you decide. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. We're going to be right back. We're going to take a very quick break. We'll be right back.